Title: The Reflection That Wasn't Mine. It started with a mirror. Emily had just moved into a quaint two-bedroom cottage on the outskirts of a sleepy New England town. The house was old but charming, with wooden floors that creaked like whispers and windows that let in a haunting golden glow at dusk. The previous owner had passed away under mysterious circumstances, a detail the real estate agent brushed off with a nervous smile. On her second day, while unpacking boxes in the attic, Emily found an old, full-length mirror, covered with a dusty white cloth. It had an ornate, blackened silver frame with strange etchings around the edges. Symbols she couldn't recognize. Despite its eerie appearance, she brought it downstairs and placed it in her bedroom. That night was the first time she saw something wrong. At exactly 2:33 a.m., Emily jolted awake, drenched in sweat. The room was still, except for the slight hum of the ceiling fan. She looked around, calming herself, until her eyes landed on the mirror. Her reflection was standing, but Emily was still in bed. The figure in the mirror was grinning. Frozen in terror, Emily blinked hard, thinking she was hallucinating. When she looked again, her reflection was normal. She stayed awake until sunrise, trying to convince herself it had been a dream, a trick of the light, maybe. But the feeling in her gut said otherwise. Over the next few nights, it got worse. The reflection would move when she didn't. It tilted its head at strange angles, mouthing silent words she couldn't decipher. Once, it pressed its palm against the inside of the glass. On the real side, the mirror fogged up. Emily tried covering it with the cloth again, but every morning she'd find it uncovered. She stopped sleeping in the bedroom altogether, choosing the living room sofa instead. But even then, the nightmares came. Vivid dreams of hands clawing from behind glass, whispers in guttural tones, and a chilling, constant laugh that echoed through her bones. Desperate, she invited her friend Claire to stay over. Claire was skeptical, but agreed. That night, they sat in front of the mirror with a flashlight and a camera, determined to catch something on tape. At 2:33 a.m., the room turned ice cold. The flashlight flickered. Emily's breath became visible in the air, though the windows were all shut. And then the mirror began to hum, a low, vibrating sound that made their ears ring. Claire gasped and pointed. The camera lens cracked without warning. In the mirror, both of their reflections were smiling, wide, unnatural grins, but neither of them were. Claire screamed and ran out of the room. Emily followed, slamming the bedroom door shut. They stayed in the car until sunrise. The next morning, the mirror was gone. They tore the room apart, but there was no sign of it. No dust outlines, no scratch marks from where it had stood, just empty wall. Claire refused to ever come back. Emily, trembling and exhausted, decided to sell the house the day before the move. As she stood in the hallway with boxes in hand, she glanced at a small framed photo hanging near the staircase. Something the previous owner had left behind. It was a black and white image of a woman standing in front of the same mirror. Her face was blurred out. The figure in the reflection behind her was smiling. Emily turned the photo over. On the back, scrawled in a shaky hand were the words, "It watches when you are not." That night in the motel, she caught her reflection again, in the bathroom mirror this time. It wasn't smiling. It was watching. She shattered the motel mirror with trembling hands, glass flying like broken stars. But even in the shards, her reflection still stared back. It was no longer trapped in one mirror. It had followed her, and now it was everywhere, forever watching, forever smiling. And this time, it blinked first.